what, Monday, 23rd of March, year 2020. So how have you been doing recent days, man?
I mean, honestly, it's been kind of nice. I've been in the house making music a lot. Besides the pending crisis that's going on, I mean, that infuriates me on many levels. I've been keeping up with all the news and all the stuff going on in Congress or locally, and thinking about a lot of people that are affected by this with health-wise, and they're not getting this stuff. Um, and then, economic-wise, a lot of people are suffering as well. It doesn't seem like we're doing enough as a people, or federal government is like pissing me off. But then at the same time, the memes on social media are great right now. So I've been laughing a lot. And then, I'm just chilling at my house, recording and hanging with my girlfriend. So it's been kind of nice.
Yeah.
Then the pending crisis.
Yeah. How's Scary doing?
Great. She's cool. Yeah. I mean, she has to work from home.
Yeah.
For now.
Like all of us. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you doing? What's going on with you?
Well,
this is crazy.
I mean, I feel great personally, I mean, I am, I check in with more and more people. I mean, I have a lot of close friends and cousins in Italy. And so I reached out just yesterday to my cousins who were in Florence, Italy. And I was especially concerned because one of my cousins is a doctor in a hospital there. But, her dad said she's doing okay.
Okay.
He said, in one of the nearby provinces, he commented that, like, in the past little day, I guess, quote, only 500 people had died, compared to the day before. So it's really,
right.
It's intense, really intense.
Right.
But, I think simultaneously, I find myself being aware of what's happening there. There's someone I'm very close with who's on a little island in the Caribbean. Don't know if she's going to get off it. My mother's in an assisted living place in New Jersey, but she's fine.
Okay.
For the moment, my son's here in the house with me. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Right. So yeah, and yeah, this is just a weird crisis. I feel like all the things that are happening right now that are a little bit messed up are just a reflection of what has already been there. And then it's like, well, we knew this was going to happen because we didn't put these structures in place before.
Yeah.
Which is just trash. So in many ways, the same messages I think will probably come out that I've been talking about, but yeah, the direction I was going before this, I was really trying to find a new sound, a different sound, and I was working on like an upbeat album or single and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, then let's kind of pivot, and I'll ask you some questions I would ask you on it kind of any day. I always like to ask our artists, what were you like as a little kid? What were you into?
Right. When I was a young kid, I played a lot of sports. I remember frequenting the soccer field. I also rode my bike a lot. I was always outside, wrestling with friends, doing whatever, climbing up trees. I don't know. And when I was 8, I got into arts magnet school, and I sort of was introduced to the cello. And from that point, music, I mean, there's music in my life before that, because I would, play, I would sing, or I would like jump around and dance. Weird. And then when I got the cello, that was like a consistent music structure that I had inside of the school system. And it sort of stayed in my life from then on. So music was always something that I had. It was like there, and then I had these other things going, but it just stayed with me. And so yeah, as a kid, I was very inquisitive as well. So I was very curious about a lot of different things, which didn't always lead to the best results in following authority. All right, asking the wrong questions at the wrong time. Yeah. I was born in Silver Spring, and then I grew up in Hyattsville, and then I moved to Upper Marlboro.
And just tell us a little bit about your early experience with, picking an instrument and how you got to where you are today.
Right. So the first time I saw the cello in person was at the elementary school, Thomas Pullen. It's right next door to FedEx Field, where the team that I shall not name, the Washington, is. And so the teacher came and she presented the violin, viola, cello, bass, and apparently I heard the cello and I jumped up out of my seat and I was like, I'm gonna play the cello, 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 cello. I'm gonna play the cello. And I had joined the orchestra class after that, and from then on, I was in orchestra in middle school and in high school and in college and graduate school.
Right.
So yeah, it really brought me to a lot of different places too, because those school trips, you would go down to Florida or North Carolina to do your festivals and stuff. And then I went to different schools and after school youth programs.
You came to Western Michigan to the School of Music,
right,
which is one of the most, highly regarded music schools in the country.
Right.
And when you auditioned and when you got accepted, were you like classical or were you already saying, well, I'm this and I'm this?
Well, I was mostly classical at that point. But also at that point, I was on the fence of being like, I'm not going to go to grad school because I want to try and figure out what my sound is outside of classical, and school is not going to help me find that because mainly the courses are stuff in classical. But then the teacher that I played for communicated all this stuff with him, and he was like, yeah, come through. I'll help you. Over the past 2 years, I think once I released that Better Days video, I think that's a good marker.
And that was soon after you graduated, right?
That was still while I was in school, so not quite the 2-year mark. It was 2017 actually. So let's go back. Let's think about 2 years now.
So what made Better Days an important a milestone for you?
I don't know. It was a point in which I had written music, recorded it. I used my voice, and I made a video or had someone make a video, and then I released it. Yeah, that was. I think before I had made a cover song of "Yesterday" by the Beatles.
Yeah.
Where I had used my voice and did an arrangement that was personal to me, but that still didn't feel like it was mine, So when I did the Better Days, I think that sort of was a good signifier. I was also taking a course with one of my mentors, Christian House, and he, I was trying to figure out the business of music or what I could do to make money outside of classical music or to express myself genuinely by myself as a professional musician. And his advice was like, I was like, well, how do I get gigs? How do I get gigs? Or how do I make my own music? And he was like, well, you just got to do it.
This song right here is about the internal journey, filtering out all the surface stuff that we go through, and focusing on the internal battle. Steady pacing on my meditation, barely racing, trying to get these cycles right to set my base and raise vibrations up to the sky to get mine. I'm only here to get by. Would like to call me when I die. They say the finer things in life is on top. Cream of dreams defeat. All you need is a team. With the waist is a Glock. I used to live by that thing. I fight and took what I need. Do nothing outside of thee. Then fell into the dead scene. Dream is what they told me. The pipes is what they sold me. The hope is how they fuel me. The lies is what control me. So I stay in the boat. Objective ain't metal ropes. One thing that this shows is that you can't destroy hope. Perhaps I wonder for the stacks, perhaps I wonder for the raps, perhaps I wonder for the facts. What good is that? Instead to hold my moments close until I reach my destined goals, where all my family's living broken, not the burning centuries. Jokes. To all my family's living broken, not the burning centuries. Jokes. That's my goal. Cause every day I wake and find my borderline up way to go. Better days, better ways. Every day I wake and find my borderline up way to go. Better days. And Lord forgive me cause I know I ain't perfect. Used to only live by greed, now I know it's not worth it. Opportunities fall in line with the purpose, only to be dreamed cause the actions of thought fought the natural workers. Note to self, save your health, fall in love with the circus. You never seem to go without, so hustle out and just work it. And I'm tired and not feeling the burn. When am I gonna get through hurt and enjoy this? When am I gonna get through hurt and employ this? Feeling of wonder, bring it thunder till you're under with the light that strikes the heart to start the comeback of a corpse. Shaping loopholes like the warp to get the time goes with the fault. Break them down and burn the walls and make for Leo with your thoughts and bring my consciousness out from dark. Put sanity to a rest, knowing I'm in my best. Yeah, perhaps I wonder for the stacks, perhaps I wonder for the raps. Knowing me, I'll probably change for stacks. As long as I build my craft, it's cool. Knowing me, I'll probably change for stacks. As long as I build my craft, it's cool. It's cool. Cause every day I wake and find my borderline up way to go. Better days, better ways, yeah. Every day I wake and find my borderline up way to go. Better days, yeah. Better days, better ways, better.
I want to go back because for me, the kind of appropriation cover you did of you just mentioned Beatles of the Beatles' Blackbird. To me, that's already an iconic Jordan Hamilton piece. And for me, it is because in it we experience you, the creative mastermind of the cello and its resonance, plus all the digital work you're doing, and but it connects back to your classical roots with the Bach.
Right.
And we're certainly going to include that piece in the final edit for this class. Can you just tell us a bit about Blackbird, the Beatles song, and the way you related to it, the reason you chose to use that song by the Beatles?
Yeah, I had started to be a fan of the Beatles songwriting and music in undergrad, where they redo one of the big works for one of their big works, like Abbey Road, White Album, all that stuff, every year. And I had gotten introduced to a few songs, and the Blackbird song is one of them that, sticks in everybody's head. And I was researching some stuff, and I found out that they wrote that song for Ruby Bridges, the first young Black girl to go to a desegregated school. And when I found that out, she went to the first desegregated school.
Right.
And I learned that information. The song was co-written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon.
Yeah.
So I don't know who was inspired, if they were in the same room or whatever happened, but yeah, that's what they wrote. That was their inspiration for the song.
Right.
I had already learned some of the chords, so it's just a beautiful song. and I was like, this could sound good on cello. So as I was doing that, I was like, okay, I already had the song in my hands. And then when playing that Bach piece, it just seemed like they're both in G major. I'm just like, okay, this could be a good to put them back to back.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise, high, high.
Let's talk about your newer music. Which songs on your My Thoughts Are album are still kind of really in front of you?
Songs that are on the forefront of my mind. I mean, I don't really know. I really enjoy each of the songs for different reasons. Rat Race is one of my favorites. If I had to pick a favorite, that song was probably the most collaborative process that I had on the album too, which is what is very cool about it. I had been hanging out with my roommate and his friend, who's now the bassist in Last Gasp, Tyler Robinson, and we were just like, yeah, let's just hang and make something.
Running in this capitalistic gang got me feeling much of the same. Ignoring the pain in search of the green and fame. I'm pretty sick of exhausting myself in this sadistic white man's gerbil wheel. Matter of fact, I quit. Fuck this shit. Give myself a time out. But what about the kids? And I know my ancestors got their bids. Gotta take care of my loved ones before my body's gone. Play this Game of Thrones and sitting on my royal throne. Wonder if I find my happiness or trap my bliss or raise my trip to the feeling of consciousness. And I flaunt my shit in order to make my family proud. Connected like the proud family, or find my friend like boy meets world or boy meets girl. That gives into our world of the unseen shit they call the metaphysics. Shit, the third eye gets and brain sees on shrooms or lucid, or death of the physical body that lobbies for hotties and artists for hobbies and judge you for being me. I wonder, I catch thee or be free from lobbies and hobbies and artists for hobbies and judge you for being me. I wonder, I catch thee or be free from lobbies and hobbies and artists for hobbies and judge you for being me. I wonder, I catch thee or be free from lobbies and hobbies and artists for hobbies and judge you for being me. I wonder, I catch thee or be free.
I'm lost at sea with no paddle, a slave with no shackle, a snake with no rattle, a scholar no tassel, razzle no dazzle, a king with no castle. I'm tough but I'm fragile. It's time to reap what you sow. Sometimes you watch it unravel. Yeah. When I shoot from the hip, it's a risk. Double back for the ones that I miss. Damn, I'ma be late for my shift. Believe it or not, it's all in the wrist. Ignorance gon' always be bliss. Question my vision, I'm pleading the fifth. If you don't shoot, then you can't even miss. Wait all the odds and I'm taking a risk. Yeah, gutters filled with Newports, guts of riches and good intentions. Magnum rubbers, big cans, bourbon bottles, and ended pension. Whole state taxing my wages, so I ain't praying some ages. Sand gon' stay in your pockets. Sally gon' get a payment. Devil keep trying my patience. Longest judges is slamming gavels and authors is penning novels. I'ma live life like a strong shot, no chase. Smooth court, stout days, expensive taste. Fuck your rap race, nigga. I ain't wanna jam it yet. I just deserve to. Yeah. I ain't gotta smoke, I just prefer to. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Yeah. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Yeah. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Yeah. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Yeah. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you. Same ones you love, it be the same ones that hurt you. Careful with the friends, they might desert you.
You mentioned Last Gasp Collective.
Right.
You going to be doing some more with them?
Yeah. Always. I mean, we're working on it. We just released a big album called Seen Not Heard. It's got 17 songs on it. It's definitely one of my favorite albums of last year.
Where can people hear that?
It's on Spotify, iTunes, all the streaming platforms, YouTube and all that. We released it in October, but we're not like Drake, so we don't have a crazy online following. So it's not really good to be known. We have to push it. I would say it's a new record, but for like the indie artists, like it takes like a year or 2 years for it. So like it's still new. It's still being released basically because it takes a lot of time and resources to put it out. So yeah, it's on all the streaming platforms.
It was very cool when we had you and all of Last Gasp
right
in the room last year, and Drake ought to watch out because you guys are coming up pretty fast.
He should hit us up. We'll play for him. And he'll enjoy it too.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Hey, well, listen, thanks so much, Jordan, for coming in.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna mix this up, and hopefully a lot of people will be turned on to your music, Last Gasp music, and at some point, going to be great to see in the flesh again.
we're gonna make it out of this.
Yeah.